Rugosity is a measure of surface complexity. Rugosity of the seafloor has been shown to be an important ecological parameter for fish, algae, and invertebrate community composition and abundance. A more complex seafloor environment can provide refuge and more attachment points for these animals. Higher bathymetric complexity can also impart friction and barriers to wave energy, which can control water movement and thus have impacts on coastal protection and nutrient and larval dispersal. To measure rugosity, people have employed a number of methods, including more complex methods like structure from motion photogrammetry, which offers high-resolution data over a small area but can be financially and computationally inaccessible. It also requires photos in highlight conditions, so it's better suited for coral reefs. Sonar, which gives low-resolution data over a larger area, also may not work for measuring rugosity in kelp forests, where kelps block the water column. Simpler methods, such as the chain and tape method, in which you drape a chain over a section of seafloor and compare the horizontal distance between the two ends of the chain to the length of the chain, are accessible but measure only a small section of the environment and can be destructive. GoPros, which were used during the DIMES videos, have a few embedded sensors which collect data during video recording. To save storage space, the sensor data is embedded into the MP4 video file. In this study, I wondered whether gyroscopic data could be used as a proxy for seafloor complexity. To answer this question, I compared in situ measurements of seafloor complexity to gyroscope data harvested from GoPro MP4 video files, which followed the contour of the seafloor along a transect line. If effective, this proxy could be applied on other DIMES videos of which there is already a large repository. The method, compared to in situ measurements, could save task-loaded scientific divers time in the water. Additionally, it is inexpensive and accessible since all you need is a gyroscope. Once you have a short script typed out to process the data, measuring rugosity would be fast and easy to calculate. To test our hypothesis, we compared gyroscope-determined seafloor complexity to in situ measurements of complexity. For in situ data collection, we collected values for relief, which is the largest vertical distance within an area. At every meter along a 30-meter transect line, the scientific diver would stop and determine the relief within a meter by half-meter rectangle centered at the meter mark. The relief was given a value between 1 and 4, with 1 being a relief value between 0 and 10 centimeters and 4 being a value greater than 2 meters. To extract gyroscope data from the benthic view transect videos, I used a freely available library online which parses sensor data which is embedded within GoPro MP4 files. The gyroscope data, which is in radians per second, contains noise on every axis. After taking the amplitude of each signal and filtering out noise, you can take the integral of the resulting amplitude signal to get the total rotation experienced in the video. This cumulative rotation value is then normalized to video length. I then compared the output of these two methods, and it resulted in a positive correlation between relief data gathered in situ and rotational data gathered from the GoPro's gyroscope, with an R-squared value of 0.4. While imperfect, we believe this correlation can be used as a proxy for seafloor rugosity, adding yet another layer of use for the DIMES video transects. I would like to acknowledge Bruno Mattioli, who originally had the idea to use DIMES videos to determine rugosity, Robin Elahi, who initiated the DIMES project and taught me everything I know about kelp forests alongside Ben Hodder, Freya Sommer, who supported our safety during dives and through safety training, Tom Rollander, who enthusiastically supported the project and helped with C++ knowledge gaps, Professor Tom Kenny, who made me interested in sensors and gave me the toolkit and ME220 to perform basic signal processing, the entire KFE crew, and supporters of the DIMES project.